Thanks, guys, and thanks a lot to Tism as well. His first time casting in IEL, so well done to him. And we're just watching a great series there. Now I've got Pug on the line. He's the GM of ASN, and his team's going to be playing in the Challenger League against Built by Us at 8 o'clock in 20 minutes' time. So, Pug, if you want to unmute yourself there, and so yeah, how's it going? And how are you feeling at the moment?
I'm pretty good. Hoping my team can actually pull something out, since the predictions were us losing against Built by Us, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, well, I wonder who's responsible for that one.
I wonder.
Well, let's start with asking how are you feeling about the season so far generally in the Challenger League and across all leagues as well?
Across all leagues, it's been a sort of rough season, especially with Masters, but we're slowly picking up momentum. Maybe we can get playoff spots for all teams, but Challenger's been doing quite well lately.
Excellent. So, well, coming on to Challenger team, you've got obviously the game in 20 minutes time on stream that we're all going to see here. How are you confident about this game, and what are your feelings about it?
Yeah, I'm quite confident, although the last sweep by Shadow against us definitely hurt the motivation of the team, but I'm confident they can pull it out as they did the two other games before that.
Yeah, well, obviously Shadow being one of the better teams in Challenger, in fact one of the best teams in Challenger League in that conference. Obviously a win wasn't expected, but it's a shame to get swept like that. But do you think that your team can draw any positives or any experience for being just having played one of the best teams in the league?
Yeah, definitely. It's all about playing here. The more experience you get, the more you can pull out, knowing with that new knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely. So onto your opponents for this series, Built by Us Challenger. They sit a 3-4 record at the moment. Their previous game this week was a 3-2 defeat, very close to Vinctio, who obviously are slightly above them. Both of these teams in the mid-table spots. So, what are your kind of expectations around them coming up to this game?
I think that whilst it definitely won't be easy, I don't think they're the hardest team that we've played, and definitely won't be the hardest. I'm just hoping that my team can play it safe and not do too much mistakes, at least. Just play it safe for the first few games as they get warmed up.
Yeah, that sounds like a solid strategy. And we've got some inside information that Built by Us are going to be playing with their sub for this game, so it won't be the full strength roster. So does that affect your confidence going into it?
Oh, definitely, but you can never underestimate the subs. So I've seen those.
We've seen some upsets before with subs performing very well on stream and generally as well. So if you had to say about your own Challenger team, have you got any particular player that we'd like to watch out for on the stream and put in a good performance for us?
Not particularly a player, but I would just say that Smokey and Tiki are pre-made players, so they do have some experience already before with them with each other. But I feel like the whole team's got good synergy, so just watch out for Smokey and Tiki as much as you want. Maybe they can pull out some passing play.
Excellent. Well, we'll see about that when it comes to the game. Have you got a particular match prediction exactly for the game?
Not really, but I'm hoping it's going to be an inverted result to what you predicted.
Wow, okay. So you're hoping for I predicted a 3-2 win for Built by Us in the stream previews that are on the website now. Go and check them out. They're written by a really good news team writer. But we just had a little bit of an interruption there from the excellent streamer that we've got tonight. But so you're not going to go out on a limb and throw out a prediction?
I'm just going to say I'm hoping it's going to be a 3-2 win for us. Can't say anything for certain since Rocket League is unpredictable.
Yeah. Of course. So, and what are your feelings about the Challenger team going past this match and into the second half of the season we're coming into? Do you think they're going to do well, and whereabouts do you think they can finish if they do well for the rest of the season?
I'm quite confident they can go for the playoff spot. Maybe right now, if you look at the stats, I can't say, let's say, that they're the top team, but we've seen loads of times that whoever goes through league games doesn't like league play doesn't actually end up winning the playoffs, or they might end up playing an upset and then just getting taken out by the underdogs. But I'm just hoping that they can secure that playoff spot and then go up from there and just pull out all the top cards they've been hiding for the whole season.
Yeah, of course. Well, they sit a 4-3 record right now in fifth place in the conference, as of last night. So if they can get a win today, they can push into those top 4 automatic playoff spots as it stands. And the 5-3 record is going to be a great position to push on for the rest of the season, really. So I think that's going to do it for this interview. We'll be back on in 10 or 15 minutes time for the casters again to commentate the match ISN versus Built by Us in the Challenger League. That's at 8 o'clock. So thanks both for joining me, and we'll see you guys in 10 minutes time.
How that develops.
Yeah, and speaking of these top teams, we are going to be speaking to the GM of one in just a second. We're going to speak to Fran, who is the GM of Eidolon in Master, currently 5-3 and in playoff contention. So definitely going to be interesting to hear what he has to say about them and the rest of his team as a franchise as a whole as well. So we'll be speaking to him in just a minute, going over to the main server now to go into a VC and talk to him. Hello, Fran.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Finally getting that interview you've been waiting for now.
Mhm.
You've had a lot of votes for this interview. Why do you think that is?
Just everyone loves me.
Oh, everyone loves you, do they?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I'm sure that's very true,
Yeah,
especially
man.
the mod team and game admins.
Yeah,
I especially
the
love
mod
you
team.
more. So, Fran, you've got quite a top franchise at the moment right now.
Yeah, I do.
How do you feel about how your franchise as a whole is doing?
I feel proud. I mean, I did think we were gonna do pretty well. I'm still impressed, but we could be even better, to be honest.
You looking at that top franchise spot then?
Oh yeah, always.
Well, I wanna ask, how much of a hand do you think you've played in this? Like, did you do a lot of tryouts or something before the preseason? And what's the secret to being a really good GM then?
Well, basically, you have to be very active. Prospect was the most difficult one to find a team or like a third for the team with. Challenger, I struggled with quite a bit because Tyler, who now plays for Bad Karma Master, is doing really well on that team. He was going to team with me in Challenger, and then he said he doesn't want to play Challenger, so I was kind of in a pickle. But managed to pull a team last second with Footy and Azazel, and we're doing pretty decent. And for Master, it was pretty difficult. I had Stocky as the start as the base player, just because I know him. I play with him. I've been playing with him for quite a while now. I know he's a good player. And then I got Crusher from outside of the IEL, from the six-man's Discord, from the actual six-man's Discord. I was kind of surprised that he was wanting to play. And yeah, it's been working out with them two and Jerky, taking over the captain. We're doing pretty well, yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely doing really great. I mean, you're 17-8 as a franchise right now, and that does put you 6th in the franchise rankings out of 32, so that's really good. And your competition above you is mainly Galamo and Alt Celerity are the ones directly above you, so you do have some competition with those guys right now.
True. Well, they did. Alt Celerity did pull away a bit. They did beat my prospect team, but we are the first prospect team to take games off Alt Celerity. They only lost 32. Every other team has been swept by them, so I'm quite proud of the prospect team for that.
Yeah, those guys are the favourites to win, so it's really good that you managed to get into a game 5 with them, really, isn't it?
They almost reverse swept them.
Well, sticking with the Prospect League, then your Eidolon team in Prospect is currently fourth in Mew, and that means they're 6-2 right now. So, how do you feel about their odds this season?
I think they have pretty good odds of making top 4, and then top 2 is going to be pretty difficult as the top 3 teams, especially Auto Celerity. I don't think they're going to be losing that number 1 spot anytime soon. And then Hit or Miss and Bad Karma, they could drop games. I'm not sure what their schedule looks like. I don't even know if my team plays either of them. Let me see. But it's gonna be a tough one. Yeah, my team. They do play hit or Miss next week, and they play Bad Karma the week after that. So, if my team can win those games, I think they have a pretty good chance at top 2.
Well, following off of the Prospects League, those guys are doing very well in fourth, and another team of yours that's fourth is the Challenger League, which you're in yourself. Currently 6-3 your record, I believe. So, how do you feel about your odds in that league then?
Well, thing is, with our Challenger team, we could very easily be 9-0. We've lost 3 Game 5s, one of them being Game 5 OT. One very unfortunate loss, and then yesterday's loss was a very weird series because we were 2-1 up in the series against Crossfade in the cross-conference match. And then there was the incident with Discord dying, so we had to play out the rest of the series without comms, and we don't do well without comms. So we did lose the last 2 games and actually lost the series in Game 5. But
Right.
I think we're definitely gonna make top 4 if we keep playing well. We do still have to play the 3 teams above us, but I think it's very close. So all the series could go either way.
Well, good odds there at least, and currently your worst team, but definitely not a bad one in Master is Eidolon, who are fifth, and that's the worst team you've got, but it's still fifth, and you guys are 5-3 in that league at the moment, I believe. So the worst team, but still really good. How do you feel about that one?
Thing is, they may be the worst in standings, but they have the best schedule out of any other team because the best team that they play from now on is Shadow, which they play against tonight in about 4 minutes. Actually, they play against Shadow in the cross-conference match, and then the rest are all below them in the standings. They have beat Galamo. They've lost to Clairvoyant, Bad Karma, and Royals, and they have beat Crossfade. So all the other teams are below them, and I think they have pretty good chances of making top 4 if they keep playing, just playing their game, because they're a pretty good roster.
So I'd like to ask you, if you have to rank your teams in order of best to worst, and most likely to get the win in the league, what would you say?
I'd say Challenger, Master, Prospect. Not in Prospect purely because I think all the Celerity are gonna win it. Although they did get pretty close, to be fair. I'd say Challenger definitely has the best chances of winning the league. I think we're or Challenger is extremely close when it comes to the top teams. And then, Master has quite a few. Well, it still has 3 teams undefeated, so that's a bit tough to decide. And Prospect have Auto Celerity, so yeah.
Well, at least you've got the order right in who you think is going to win, possibly. So, final thing, is there any last remarks you want to make? Maybe anyone you want to call out?
Oh, okay. Anyone I want to call out? Yeah, you got me on the spot here. I'm happy Reflex Challenger are doing well. Just want to say that because, yeah, they're my old team. They're doing pretty similar to us, just their division is a bit more stacked in the middle. Do I want to call anyone out? You mean like teams or
Teams or people? Is there anyone you want to call out?
Ooh, not really. I don't think I have anyone right now.
You can call out Ruben. He's asking to be called out in chat right now.
Yeah, no, Ruben's trash. I don't need to call him out.
That sounds like a call out to me, Ruben. You have your beef. That's it, ladies and gentlemen.
no,
It's official. Reflux and Eidolon Challenger are now rivals. That's it. Sorry, friend. That's all.
He's finally
That's all
a
we have
real
to say.
He is finally
It's
a real
happened.
I wish we played them in cross conference. That would have been a very fun series. We could play them in like a show match if you guys ever want. And Friday stream. Yeah.
Oh, this will have to be a decision from Crusader.
Yeah.
Reflux versus Eidolon, the big game of challenge yet to come. Keep your eyes peeled for it to possibly happen. But thank you, Fran, for joining us very much. We're gonna have a quick 2-minute break, just play one song, and then we'll be back with the next game. Thanks, Fran, very much for joining me, and we'll see you in just a couple of minutes, everyone.